So, hi Taurus, my name is Chris, and this is your beautiful reading for kind of whenever you feel like it, whenever you find it, of course. But definitely the energy is for March, that's for sure. I'm going to do some mid-2026 or maybe spring reading. Check this out. So the Eight of Cups at the center of your chaotic cross, the crossing energy, the Ace of Wands. So passion, what are you passionate about? Cultivate your fire and manifest out whatever you want to create. You got a goal, right? What you want to create. Super laser focused, and there's so much fire energy. Your own vision, what you want to create, and then so much support from the universe. So this magician is manifesting, planting his seeds, right? Seven of Pentacles, past energy, the Ace of Pentacles. And what else we got? That's the Nine of Wands. Kind of wounded warrior energy. Let's just see what comes up. The Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. It's like you almost can't believe that it's happening, but it is happening. So you're kind of in this wounded warrior energy where you're trying to protect yourself, but you already did something great. So much potential here with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. You're creating from your passion. You planted the seeds. You did what was necessary to do it. And then smack here in the middle with the Eight of Wands, manifestation energy. Magician, powered by your passion, powered by all the support from the universe. Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands here. Bam, there's the Ten of Pentacles. So you're manifesting something out. Something is coming to fruition. You're working on it too. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Seems to be an ongoing process, right? So much Pentacles energy. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. And then already fulfillment with the Ten of Pentacles. But since you got the 10 and the 7 of Pentacles, it's kind of an instant reward, something like that. But it keeps giving to you. This Ace of Pentacles here is just so much supported by the work that you're putting in. Freeing yourself with the Queen of Swords. What else we got? Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Seven of Wands, standing your ground. So you know exactly what you want, that's for sure. It's totally about Pentacles energy. It's totally about laser focused, super connected to your passion. It's almost as if you can't believe what's happening, but it is happening. You're going to level up here, right? You're creating from your passion and so much support from the universe. Yeah, that Five of Pentacles is over. That's the shadow aspect here, the Knight of Cups. So it's hard, and so it's just basically your passion, your fire energy, but there's Cups energy here as well. Super much support with the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, your ship's rolling in. You're waking up to all the blessings that you have. Sometimes we just have to pause for a moment and meditate, breath work, right? That's super important. And then just be grateful because there's so much potential, so many blessings are here. And it's not like you're lazy or just waiting for your blessings to fall in your lap, basically. They're there, and you know they're there, and you're working with them very diligently, very, disciplined. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. But you're creating something for yourself. In 2026, you should definitely check out the yearly reading as well, because this Ten of Pentacles is not just like a one-time event. This is the beginning of something that keeps giving to you. And again, this emphasis on the Four of Swords with the Nine of Wands, whenever you feel like, can I trust this, right? Should I protect myself? Is this really reliable? Is this the right path for you? Come back to yourself, meditate, right? 5 seconds in, 10 seconds out. That's the best way to ground yourself, to release negative tension, negative energy. If you can combine that with meditation, and if you can, on top of that, go for a walk, right? If you can do that every day, that's just completely transforming your life, I tell you. There's the Ace of Wands a second time, this time clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever you're passionate about, you found your passion. Could that be that you just found your passion? And your passion is basically something that you can make money with. Is that something that resonates with you? Let me know in the comments, right? Justice with the Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Your hard work pays off. There's the Queen of Cups with the Queen of Wands. Again, this combination, fire energy and cups energy. All four elements, so to speak, are just completely aligned. Everything is super supportive, and you're doing very disciplined your part to it. You're showing up and you're putting in the work. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you know that already. Lightship Earth, that's a beautiful energy. Super important and super significant for what's happening all around the world, basically, right? Personal and planetary healing. And this is your personal healing here because you kind of found your passion and you're just going for it. All lights are green. All the support is there. You're making it happen. You got what it takes. You're putting in the work. You're planting the right seedlings. And bam, it keeps giving and giving and giving, freeing yourself, and just there's so much manifestation just because you're completely in alignment with what you want to do, with what you can do, with what was given to you, maybe with what was intended to be your task in life, right? You're totally tapping into this beautiful energies. Lightship Earth, personal and planetary healing. The Earth is a living consciousness currently being flooded with higher vibrational energies, and didn't we realize that, right? The very same energies are flowing through you. In being aware of this, you will be better able to integrate these new energies. Keep an open heart and mind, and you will see this time is a joyful one. Do not allow yourself to be drawn into the fear that exists. This is a time of personal and planetary healing. You and the Earth are moving towards higher states of awareness. Imagine the Earth in your mind's eyes and love and light to everyone, to every living thing, even to yourself, to everyone you love, right? Personal and planetary healing. There are many people in this world who probably are losing it right now, unfortunately, which is very sad, right? But I don't see you being one of these people. Personal and planetary healing, the universe is pretty much flooding this planet, humanity and everything on this planet, with higher vibrational frequencies. So we are tapping into alignment, or tapping back into alignment. We're coming from a time that was completely upside down. So it realigns as it should be. You know, the way down is no longer the way up. The way up is the way up, as it should be. That is part of the healing. That is part of the developmental circle of humanity, that we're just going through this huge transformation altogether, right? We're going down. Think about the hero's journey and maybe a story like Lord of the Rings, right? So you're going down to Mordor, right? You're leaving the Shire, you're going down into your adventure, and then you come back after you did the thing, right? Dropped the ring, right? Fought with your own shadow aspects, integrated your shadow, and then you're coming back full circle, right? That's the upward spiral, right? And there are so and so many people who are just not ready to level up in consciousness. For them, it's going to be kind of a little dark, right? Because they're kind of destroying themselves. Because they're not going to destroy us, but they're going to destroy themselves. You're not one of them, that's the good news. And concentrate on building yourself up, concentrate on building others up. And the best way to contribute to this healing frequency, right, is to just heal yourself and be authentically you. And I see you totally doing this, stepping into your passion, creating wealth, abundance, and prosperity from your passion, working on it, really putting in work, but it doesn't feel like work because it's so much connected 2 times to the Ace of Wands, to your passion, to the Magician, and you're not alone in this. You got support, even if it's just true higher frequencies that are supporting you in this creation from your authentic inner self, right? Ace of Pentacles, 2 times the Ace of Wands, laser focused on coming out of your wounded warrior energy, because this energy is also there, right? For most decent people, the last few years were pretty tough. Don't identify with the victim, so to speak. Whatever happened, happened. You can always look back into the past, into the concept of guilt, but guilt is always pointing away from you, pointing towards the past. That's kind of where you lose your energy. The most important thing is that you take what's left. What's left is totally enough. You got all these talents, all the support from the universe, and you're taking up responsibility, standing up for yourself. There's the Knight of Cups, right? The Queen of Cups, always in combination with the Queen of Wands, with the Ace of Wands, with the Magician, with working, just being very practical, down to earth, taking responsibility for your life. Forget labels, just be yourself. Be grateful for what you've got and just be the beautiful freak that you are, right? And you're co-creating with spirit, right? You're co-creating with Mother Nature, with Gaia. They are devas, which are half gods, that live in some sort of happy sphere. I'm not going to explain this in this reading, but maybe in other readings I'll come back to it. They are like humans. They get born, they die, but their consciousness is much more broader, much more wider. So they're co-creating just through emotions, through frequency, through passion. And we are usually concentrated on building something in our life from the mind, from the intellect. But it's not just the intellect. The intellect is here as well with the Queen of Swords. But you get so much more powerful when you're not just using your intellect, but you're using your heart space and your passionate fire energy to co-create with spirit. Because you're co-creating with spirit whenever you're tapping into your passion. And the most common form of despair, of course, is not being who you are. So don't worry too much. Everything is all right. Things are paying off. Be generous in spirit, or be generous of spirit. 37, that's lion spirit. A healthy ego, okay, right. You are both the king and the queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom, and generous of spirit as you help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. So there's something you can give, and the best way to give is just be yourself, create from your inner authentic self with fire, with emotions, with your heart space, with your passion. And of course, you got a plan as well with the Queen of Swords and the discipline to do it. And whenever you're snapping back into this victim role, right, with the 9 of Wands here, do meditation, do breath work, and snap out of it and back into creation mode, co-creation mode with spirit, right? That's taking up responsibility for your life and creating with spirit. And that's all I got, and I hope it resonates with you. If it does, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Navitaya, ciao.